something is emerging here that's really significant that I don't know if you were thinking about it or not, but the whole concept of the soul. Just a number of things that were said already. Matt just talking about the pace of life and the busyness of life and the noise of life. And I'm talking about how actually life has slowed down for a lot of us. In a lot of ways, that's really healthy. I know a lot of people, including myself, are really frustrated by a lot of things that are happening right now. But Dallas Willard talks a lot about the soul. John Ortberg writes a lot about this and really talks about the fact that this is something that's foundational to life. It's the integrating force of our lives. And yet very few people really talk about it. And what's interesting is what Ortberg talks about is like in order to be healthy, we have to provide space for our soul to speak. And because our souls are kind of shy and timid. And if you think about what Matt is saying, for many of us, including myself, we're so addicted to adrenaline. We're so addicted to activity. We've got so much going on. We don't provide space. And this goes back to what Andy was saying, for our souls to speak. In order to be able to hear our souls, we have to create real, sustained space, literally to hear our souls speak, which is kind of going back to what Andy said. That morning discipline for me is really significant, where like literally nothing else is going on in the world, and it's just quiet, and I have a journal, and I can write, and I could just listen, really literally just listen and create that space. I think that's just having that rhythm in life, literally having enough solitude in life. I think that's why solitude is such an important discipline for our soul to emerge, and for us to really do regular check-ins, like how am I doing? What is actually going on inside of me? A lot of times we don't create enough space to even hear and listen to that. And then when we do, in times like now, we're terrified by it. We don't know what to do with it. It feels very uncomfortable.
About 10 years ago, I think you read a book, Bill, called Margin by Dr. Swenson. And it talked about the very fact that a lack of margin in our life creates mental stress and physical health issues. And so hopefully the opportunity now is to find margin in our life, to realize how much time we waste or how much we fill with unnecessary busyness. And I think it was Dallas Willard. Dallas Willard, one day, John Ortberg called him up and said, "Hey, what's the next step in my journey to become more godly, more centered?" And Dallas said, "Eliminate all unnecessary hurry in your life." And he checked it off. He said, "Okay, what's next?" And Dallas said, "That is it. That is the final thing."